What's up guys, Kids or Kicks here and welcome back to another episode of this Crystal Palace FIFA 16 career mode. There are just 3 games remaining and you can see here that there is injury news that we do not want. Coquelin, who is a key holding midfielder, key player in our first team, is going to be out for 2 weeks, meaning he'll probably just be able to play the last league game. Hopefully he won't be out of the cup final as well, because that will be a big blow. But I don't need to tell you how tight it is at the top. Look at that league table. We are currently in 6th, 4 points behind Manchester United, who are 4th. So it is unlikely that we'll get Champions League place, but as it stands, we are still in contention. This is a side we're jumping into a massive league match against Chelsea, who are fighting for the title up there with Manchester City, so they won't be wanting to lose this game at all. It's a bit of a weird side they've put out though. Courtois on the bench, Fabregas on the bench as well, but other than that it's quite strong. There are some key names missing, of course no John Terry in there either, but we're starting the game on the right foot. We go into this with everything to gain, and obviously because we're outside of the top 4 already, we've got very little to lose. That meant we could literally just go at Chelsea and attack them, which is exactly what we plan to do. You see the shot here from Bellerin, not quite on target, but it's a positive start nonetheless. And Grimaldo, the left back, you see we're inside the opening 10 minutes still here, creating chances. He goes on a great run after dispossessing the Chelsea player, and Begovic makes a good save down at his near post with his feet. But we're not going to stop there, we're going to keep going forward. You can see Kabay here, he's got option wide right, who he picks out. It's Wilfried Zaha who's cutting inside, and you see he's just got to pick out the right man. He plays it back to Kabay, who gives us a 1-goal lead just inside the half-hour mark. And we've been all over Chelsea. We could be 2 or 3 up, but we'll take the lead. That's a disappointing sight. Look, you can see Pedro, very familiar sight for Chelsea this season. Players disappointed, hunched over because they've just conceded. That's exactly how their season is going in real life. But half-time here, we've got a 1-goal lead thanks to Captain Fantastic, Yohan Kabay, who's been, as we said, by far our top performer this season. But as you'd expect, Chelsea come back strong in the second half. Some really good link-up play between Pedro and Oscar, only denied by Jack Butland, who pulls off a super save to stop that ball flying into the top corner. But Chelsea keep up the pressure. You can see Matic playing it into Ramirez. It's a snapshot more than anything from Remy, but he was denied once again from Jack Butland. But I've just had to move my mic, so apology if I sound a bit different randomly, but you saw there Kabay pulling up, absolutely no one around him. He's holding his hamstring and he's going to have to actually go off injured. So we bring on Sincraven and Video as well as we look to try and shore things up in this game. You can see Chelsea coming forward once again. Oscar having a decent effort. It's well saved from Butland. The rebound from Matic is smashed against the post. The offside flag did go up anyway, so it wouldn't have counted, but a real let off. Chelsea showing that they're not done, they're not finished with this game yet. But Balassi goes up the other end as we look to secure things. Joe Ledley with a great chance, but is shot straight into the arms of Asmir Begovic, and we move into the final 8 minutes now. It's a strong challenge from Vestergaard. The referee rules that to be a free kick. Obviously just 7 minutes remaining. Chelsea calling over the second man as they look to make this count. It steps over the ball. Oscar is the man to take it, and it whips straight into the top corner of the net. Absolute heartbreak. We've done more than enough to be out of sight in this game. We've had a whole host of chances, completely outplayed Chelsea, but late on they've managed to get themselves an equaliser. Disappointing from Butland, and disappointed that the man on the line couldn't get the ball away either. It kind of went between the two of them, probably got in each other's way, but we've got a couple of minutes left. We're looking to get ourselves back in front almost immediately. Video attacking down the right, pulls it back to Jamie Vardy, but Asmir Begovic makes an absolutely stunning save in what will be one of the final opportunities of the game. We're coming forward again deep into stoppage time here with Balassi. He touches the ball onto Fellaini, fires it on one more to Joe Ledley. Going to be the last shot of the game. Could have had a penalty. He was clattered as he took the shot, but again the ball is saved by Begovic, and you have to see that, even though it's a very good point, as 2 points dropped, having led the game for so long and conceding late. But more bad news on the injury front. Kabay joins that injury list that Coquelin's already on, Berahino is already on, and Kabay is going to miss the cup final and the remainder of the season. He's out for 2 months with a torn hamstring, and we're going into yet another massive Premier League game. Manchester United away at Old Trafford. They're sat in 4th place, 4 points ahead of us, so pretty much if we lose this, it's game over for 4th spot, depending on other results. Of course, Arsenal standing between us, but a weird Manchester United side. Look at their bench. Martial, Verratti, Lacazette, Schweinsteiger, De Gea. It's like an almost second string side, which surprises me really, because 4th place is not secure for them. Yeah, they're in the driving seat, but it could all go horribly wrong. There's our side there, you can see. Very strong team, putting out the best side I feel we possibly can with the current injuries we've got. As an experienced side, obviously Fellaini back on his old hunting ground, but we're coming forward early on. It's Daily Sincraven, who's been in good form recently, skipping into the area and smashing the ball into the top corner. No chance for Victor Valdez. We take a 1-0 lead after just quarter of an hour. It's a brilliant individual goal. The ball was touched onto him here. He had a lot to do, obviously cutting inside onto what is his weaker right foot, but you wouldn't know it. He smashes that ball into the top corner of the net. It's an absolutely fantastic finish. Again, as I say, because we're outside the top 4, we go into this game, we can just take the game to Man United. We've got nothing to lose, everything to gain. It's a good save from Valdez to stop us going 2-0 up, and Manchester United eventually get the ball away, but they were so casual in possession. You can see Ledley putting the pressure on, winning it back here, one-on-one with Valdez, curls it round him, hits the post, and the rebound from Vardy. He couldn't quite force it back on target and into the back of the net, but so many chances for us again, outplaying United as we did Chelsea. And some really good link-up play here. You can see the final effort from Ledley, forcing Valdez into a good save, and then the follow-up, good control from Sincraven, but he was battered in the penalty area. Somehow, you can see, it's clear foul, clear as day, absolute stonewall penalty, but somehow the referee says no foul, and Manchester United get away with one there. And just before half-time, they have an attack of their own. It's Otavio who has the effort, slices it luckily high and wide, fortunately for us, off target, and we go in at half-time, a goal up in what is a crucial fixture, so just 45 minutes left for us to remain professional and hold on here and give ourselves a chance, still an outside chance. We'd still need other results to go our way, but give ourselves a chance of a top 4 finish. As you can see, Victor Valdez continues to pull off save after save and frustrate us, but we're making a change now. Just 20 minutes remaining. Daily Sincraven, the goal scorer, coming off along with Vidio and Jamie Vardy, as we just chuck fresh legs on. We don't want to concede late like we did in the game against Chelsea. We want to secure this win. You can see we get a dubious free kick given to us here on this wide and left, on this right hand side rather. Joe Ledley whipping it in with his left foot, nearly catches Valdez out. He parries it up in the air. It's Fellaini who has the second header, and Valdez pulls off another top draw save. He really has been the man to keep Manchester United in this game, and they're coming forward here. You can see a bit fortunate in the way the ball falls to Lacazette. He gets their looping header in on goal, but Butland manages to turn it behind for a corner. But from that resulting corner, Butland comes out, he's alert, manages to punch the ball clear, and then the whistle goes and the referee runs and points for a penalty. We have absolutely no idea why. It's clear he's given it against Jack Butland. You look at the replay here, his chin just brushes the shoulder of Phil Jones, who goes down. It's one of the most ridiculous penalty decisions I've ever seen at this stage of a crucial game. Bastian Schweinsteiger is the man who steps up, but he hits the crossbar. Mata with the follow-up, not great in the air. He manages to head the ball over, so you could argue that justice was done. Manchester United missing from the spot. Bastian Schweinsteiger, a German, fluffing a penalty. It's not something you see very often. And then that final effort from United, the shot off target, and we managed to hold on for all 3 points. The away end at Old Trafford claps the team off. We've given ourselves every chance going into that final game. It is still possible for us to finish in the top 4. There's the league, as you see, just the 1 game left. We are 1 point behind Manchester United in 4th. Of course, we still have the FA Cup to play, so we will know going into our final game of the season, which I think is at home to Sunderland, whether or not we can qualify for the Champions League. Manchester United are going to play that game in hand while we play our FA Cup final. So, as I say, we will know our fate and whether it's still possible. Their last game is Tottenham away, so we need Spurs to do us a massive favour. You can see they're in 9th place. It's not going to be an easy game for United at all, and if they fail to win, that means a win on the final day would put us into the Champions League. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Remember, 5th, as I keep saying, was the expectation at the start of the season, so it would be okay to finish in 5th, but we can just jump into Champions League football if we can. It would be delightful. But that's going to bring this one to a close, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you drop a like, and we'll see you next time for the Cup final.